Greetings and salutations, viewers. I'm StarPrincessHLC, and welcome back to Slime Rancher. When we last left off, we happened to complete the endgame, and we found one of the vaults that Hobson was hiding. But right now, we can't actually open it yet because I currently do not have the necessary slime lab technology to do so. I need to get the treasure cracker, the most powerful treasure cracker in order to open those particular treasure pods. So I've been working towards that while trying to get my ranch up. I'm at 7Z25 now. I only have to get up to 3 more, which means I'm going to have to get a lot of plorts going and a lot of money going. But I've been very busy on the ranch, as you could probably tell. Obviously, it's still a lot the same, except for like a few things. Like, for example, I got way more gardens going on. I'm trying to get at least one garden of each of these different slimes' favorite food. So that way, if I feed them their favorite food, they poop out more plorts, which is nice. Because that way you get the double. It's great. I have this whole strategy kind of planned out. Like, for example, these guys are big into, if we look at the Slimepedia, the boom slimes like the briar hens, and the hunter slimes like the roosters. Obviously, I'm going to be probably giving them more the briar hens than the roosters, but they eat the briar hens and they poop out 2 the same plort at the same time, so I get 4 instead of 2. So I get more out of it. And just keep track of everybody's favorite types of foods. Like, for example, the rocks favor the heartbeats, but the honeys favor the mint mangoes. So I'm trying to give them more heartbeats for that. But I still have mint mangoes going over here, particularly because if I go down into my little cave over here, I have a phase lemon tree going down here, and I need to actually shoot actual fruit into the tree in order to get the phase lemons. So that's how I've been getting the phase lemons from there. The mosaics are fond of parsnips, so I have a parsnip thing going there too. I got oka-okas over here for the rad guys because they like oka-okas. At least I think it was the rads. It was either the rads or the crystals I have on here. Yeah, the rads like the oka-okas. The crystals like the odd onions. So, if I go back up the other direction I was in, these guys also, they either will eat stony hens or Q-berries, so I've been filling them up on Q-berries. But then I go down this way, and I give the phase lemons over to these guys, because they're partially quantum. The pinks don't have a favorite, but the quantums love the phase lemons, so I've been doing that, getting more of that. Here's where I got my silver parsnips growing. Then I go down over here. I still got my silos over here, and oh, it looks like one of my drills is ready. Thank you. So more items to synthesize into the lab for later. But then I got my painted hens over here, which I'm going to need a few of these anyway. I try to save at least 1 or 2 for breeding purposes. But then we go down this direction. Go back over here. Obviously, I got my little puddles over here doing really good. Then we got our tangles here. Their favorites are painted hens, which I have right here, and prickle pears, which I have growing right over here, because the dervish like the prickle pears. So, I make them have a lot of prickle pears. Lots of fruit in their diet. There we go. And then I still got my little fire slimes over here, and I got me some odd onions, which also grow carrots in the mix, because they're odd onions for some reason. They grow with carrots. And normally I could give the odd onions also to my crystal rads, but lately I've just been kind of just tossing them into the incinerator because these guys eat ash and they need the ash in order to produce plorts. So I just toss what I have in here and give it to them, so that way they can produce plorts and the ash doesn't get too low. So I have a strategy going on pretty much through the whole thing and keeping things pretty freaking good. And you guys have been busy. Look at you. You guys are packed to the brim here. Dang. But as you can see, you feed them their favorite foods and they produce twice as many plorts, so you get twice as much money out of it. It's a great strategy to get things done, and it probably worked well for you in like the 5-day rush mode, which I'm not gonna try doing because I like to take my time with these things. I'm not here for competition. I'm just here to have fun. Now I'll get back to you guys in a minute, because I gotta head back up here. Because I got to do some drop-offs. Here we are. Back safe and sound, and my parsnips are ready. Perfect. Alright, so let me just at least drop these guys off, because I set up this little refinery thing here. So instead of having to walk all the way over to my science lab, I could just plop the supplies in here right into the refinery. It works wonders, I tell you. But I'm gonna be dropping these particular ones off here because I need to get my money up a little bit more in an attempt to get closer to getting the max on the 7Z, which is 28. And I'm at 25 at the moment, so I'm doing pretty good so far. But I'm almost exclusively right now, because if we look at the achievements here, there is a particular achievement that I need to get. If I can just scroll down far enough here. That's obviously the 5-day stuff. But here, the Never Stop Creating one, which involves me having to get 100 slime science gadgets going. And once I get that, then I have enough to get the final treasure cracker, which will allow me to open up the chests or the treasure pods in Hobson's vaults. So I'll be definitely focusing on that. Right now, as you can see, I'm at 50. So in order to get that going, I gotta make at least 50 more different science lab gadgets in order to do that. So that way I can finally put use to those vaults. So that's probably going to be the main focus of this area, of what I'm going to be doing for a while, is trying to get the 100 gadgets in order to open up those vaults properly, since I know where all the vaults are. So, the big thing that I'm going to be focusing on in terms of this, and I had too much room there, is I gotta get some of these guys filled up on food. So as you see here, the big ones I'm going to need the most of are the rock plorts, the pink plorts, and the rat plorts, because those are what's going to be needed to create the novice drill, probably the easiest one you can make, and basically if I can get at least 50 more of that going, then I should be good. I'll just stick a few more of those in there too, because eventually I'm going to need to work on that in the future as well. So at the very least, I gotta get everything set up here so that way I can go finding this stuff. And what are you gonna give me for this, Bob? Nothing really I really want. Which, by the way, I have to say this. Bob here, I'm fairly certain, is a bunch of slimes or a slime piled on into a trench coat just begging for food. So that makes you a little worried that, you know, these slimes are a lot smarter than we think they are and can actually operate technology and run ranches. So that's an interesting thought process. We might have to watch out for Bob. I'm not sure yet, but beware of Bob, who knows? But I guess at the very least, at least he's only asking for chickens. He's not asking for anything specifically outside of the norm. So that's good. But no, what my main focus is in trying to get that achievement, We'll be making sure that these guys are well fed so they produce plenty of rad plorts, which means focusing a lot on my oka patch over here. And then I also got the phase lemons over here, which, as you can see, I need other fruits in order to get the phase lemons out of the tree. So that's basically what I'm using the mint mangoes for. I feed these to my pink quantums, so they produce more plorts, so I can get more pink plorts out of it. And I gotta empty you guys out. You're getting filled up in your own poop there. Feed these guys a bunch of okas, so I can get more rads. And feed the guys over here some more heartbeats and the occasional mid mangoes to get more rock plorts. And then hopefully I can get the 50 novice drills or what have you I need and continue on my way and get that achievement and finally open up those vaults once and for all. And with that extra money, I don't have to then worry about raising a whole bunch of money with my plorts here. That'll make things so much easier. I mean, yes, I could also go out and get rock slimes and plorts and such by my own, but at the same time, I'm almost like, I've already got the critters here, why would I do that? Man, you guys have been busy. Look at you. You guys have been working hard there, and now you're gonna confuse me because I can only hold 100 of these here plorts per thing, so I gotta watch myself here. And I think I dropped one? Nope, I did not. There we go. Okay, you guys are good. Have you come sprouting? Oh, here we go. Got some okas sprouting. Nice. There we go. I only got 8 out of it, unfortunately. I guess the rest are still growing, so for now, let's just pile these in. These guys have been really well fed lately. I'm glad that I haven't had to worry too much about these guys. They've been doing their jobs. Hopefully they don't decide to, like, overthrow me or something. I guess I can grab some of these as well. Just quit playing with your food there, you silly tabby phosphor. Oh well. As long as you eat it and don't let it go to waste, then I guess it's something. But that's thus far what I'm going on with my ranch right now. Also, while I've been busy, not only did I get that refinery going, but I also managed to set up a couple of warp stations. Make things a little bit easier for traveling. Like, for example, this blue one goes to the moss blanket, where I have a few more drills set up for some item collecting. God, give me my goods. Thank you. Yeah, and this one's an advanced drill, so it can go multiple times. And I think I had another one around here, so... Yep, there he is. Perfect. Alright, what you got for me? Whoop. And this one is completely spent. So, I guess I'll just set up another one, since I got like 22 drills at the moment. And you get to work on what you're doing. And you're taken care of. Alright, so at least that way I can go in and out of the moss blanket without having to go too far now. And as soon as I drop off these little thingies, I'll show you where the other one goes. Doot, doot, doot. So hopefully that means I can also get some of the other stuff going, because I know there's a couple of other achievements I gotta get that involves me making a hoop and another thingamajigger. But if I go down to the gray one, that goes me right to the ancient ruins right before the glass desert, so that makes traveling this place a whole lot easier. And I think I set up a... Did I set up a drill around here? I don't think I did. I probably should. Why don't I do that now while I'm at it? Let's set up a drill here. There we go. And while I'm at it, I might as well set up a drill over by the glass desert, so that way I can get more out of this place. Try and get a bit more exploration and... there should be a spot around here I could put it. Correct. Ah, there's a spot. Here we go. Stick a drill here. Cool. But thus far, we're doing really good here. We're exploring, we're getting a bunch of items. Probably the biggest thing then, other than that, is trying to find the gilded ginger, which I will need to ensnare a gold Gordo in the future. And I still have to actually, like, build a Gordo trap to begin with. So I'll definitely have to be looking out on that front. But trying to find the gilded ginger at this point is going to take me some time to do. I might just end up having to do that off screen and saving it for later for when I actually do catch one. And that way I can set up the Gordo snare and catch me a gold Gordo. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, I suppose. I suppose. But as you can see, I've been kind of busy, and I even got a bunch more of the Oasis stuff taken care of. I managed to find the stuff with the Tangle Fountain. And I got a couple more Oasis set up, which makes things so much easier for traveling around. And way more likely of me finding any items that I need, or at least any slimes that I need. Also to deal with the chars and the firestorms and all other sorts of monstrosities going on now, as the world rages behind me. I might as well show this off since now I can operate these because I got the 35 needed to open the blue pots. Yay, I got a cactus. A cactus in the desert slimes that items can stick to for a short while. Okay. I created a cactuar, apparently. I now can obtain a cactuar. Sure, why not? They're not one of the more interesting of the Final Fantasy monsters out there. I'd rather get a carbuncle. I think they're cuter. But, whatever. Either way, things are definitely looking up. Things are shaping out to be pretty good thus far in Slime Rancher Land. The hard part, of course, is going to be finding the Gilded Ginger, which is randomly located. It will spawn random places all throughout the Glass Desert on a certain day, and it's very easily able to be eaten up by another slime. And you can't grow them. So you're kind of just doomed to hoping on another thing. And oop! I just saw a gold slime. Did he just disappear on me? Oh, he just disappeared on me. Crud. To be fair, I already got the hat trick achievement where you can get 3 gold slimes in one, or 3 gold plorts in one from one slime, which I got basically because I spent the 90,000 new bucks to get that ability to do so. So either way, things are really shaping up around here. Things are growing, things are doing, and eventually we will be really set. And wow, you guys have been busy while I was gone for that short amount of time. Nice. Pretty much the rocks, the rads, and pinks are all going in the refinery. Everything else is going to be sold. At least until I have to create an actual, like, Gordo snare, which I have to look up what I need for that again, because I forget. So, let me just take care of this really quick. If you want an actual estimate on what you probably need for that one achievement, I would say you need about 1,000 pinks, maybe about 600 rocks, and 300 rats, but that's just a guesstimate, I would assume. There's probably like actual how much you need for it, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. For now, I'm just doing what I can, getting what I can, and having a fun time doing so. Alright, so might as well at least look what I need. But yeah, obviously to make the novice drill, you're going to need at least 10, 6, and 3. So you're going to need a lot of pinks especially. So let me at least fabricate a couple more here. And let me look at what I need for the Master Gordo snare. Okay, so I have almost everything I need. I have 127 hunter plorts in there when I need 20. I got plenty of spiral steam. And I got me the slime fossils. Mostly I just need a hexacomb. So I need to start building some apiaries. And I'm going to need some more pink plorts on that front. So that should get me at least that taken care of. And then I could easily use that. I should at least make 2, actually, now that I think of it. One for the Hunter Gordo, which I need to catch for the achievement. And another one for the Gold Gordo once I find the Gilded Ginger. Now, that might take a while. So, at the very least, I'm doing pretty good thus far in terms of like all my items. I think I have some drills also over here in the Indigo Quarry that I can worry about. Yep, I got a couple of guys all set here. Ah, some more hexacombs, just as I needed. Oh, I guess he was done. Okay. You're done too, I think. Yeah, got me some more goodies. Alright. We're doing pretty good thus far. I'd say. Oops, I dropped a couple of things. Need that. Oh, we are actually doing really good thus far. We're coming along really well. Oh, right, I don't have the room. Silly me. But we're so far really doing well. And don't worry, this game isn't going to be ending for a while, at least. I mean, I might go on hiatus at one point, but for the most part, there's still a lot to do. Eventually, there's going to be, like, some new updates to the game with new areas and a couple new extra slimes. Eventually, they will introduce casual mode, which will basically be this exact thing, but without the tars, which I feel just kind of makes it a little bit more boring in that sense. The one thing I'm really excited about is that eventually they're going to get drones in to the game, which will help you take care of your ranch while you're out exploring. So that'll make this a bit less tedious and more likely that you can go out and explore the world without having to just babysit your slimes the whole time. So that's a nice touch. And then they're also going to introduce some other kind of harder mode, which I don't know the whole details of it, but from the way that they were hinting at the updates, it sounds like there's going to be vampire chickens. So that should be interesting. But since everybody else is now being taken care of, and I don't think we need to worry about too much there at the moment, I figure I might as well at least show you where the different vaults are. They're actually fairly easy to find, and I actually ended up finding 2 by accident. The third one I have yet to find on my own, but I do know where it is now. So, I'm just going to show you where everything is, because at least then it uses up my last 2 slime keys that I have here. So, after coming out of this area, we're going to go all the way down this way, past this water bit with the puddle slimes, and we go over this way towards this little bridge here. Make our way over. And then I get prepared to sneeze. And then we move on, because we'll just ignore that. I'm grabbing a few items here just for safety precautions, but let's go over this way. We go down here, and this is where the one rock Gordo is, which obviously you have to feed like 50 veggies or 25 heartbeats, depending. And you go down here to this area, which I think is called Ash Isle or something like that. I don't know, it's a strange name. And then we're supposed to go Past all this, this is where you get the crystal slimes, by the way, if you weren't sure. And apparently there's some jellystone here and some buzzwax I didn't know existed. So, here, you can have this. And you can have this. Oh, whoops, there you go. Where'd my other jellystone go? There we go. Funny, whenever I hear Jellystone, my mind automatically goes to Yogi Bear, because he lived in Jellystone Park. Oh well. But anyway, we go up this way. With all the slimes all over the place, including Booms. And, oh, hello! What you got for me? Oh, fire patch. Fireflower patch. Cool. So that I could be like Mario. Except I don't think that works that way. Too bad. Oh, and there it is. There's the freaking vault. Actually, I don't think I've ever explored around this little area. Let me just quickly look around here really quick to see if there's anything of interest. Doesn't really look it. So, without further ado, we found the second of Hobson's vaults, which we open up with a slime key. Only one left. Alright. And here we are. Obviously, as you can see, it's fairly empty. I can't open this yet because I need a more advanced treasure cracker, like the other ones. Is there anything down below here besides more of the slime sea where I can just easily die? Ah! Secret. And there we go, we got some more places to crack open, even though, again, I can't open these just yet. Are there any feral slimes here that are going to attack me as well? Nope, doesn't appear to be. Not like the other one that's over by, the dry reef. But that's useful. And, conveniently, there is a portal that takes me right back to my ranch. Perfect. That was a good trip, everybody. Wasn't that fun? I can't open any of those yet. Eventually I will, and I will gladly show you when I do. But for now, I might as well at least show you. Where would I go again? Trying to remember where the... Ah! Now, yep, that's right. It was in the moss blanket area. Oh, do you guys have anything for me? Why, thank you. And do you have anything for me? Well, you're dancing, so you must. Alright, let me just put my carrots down here for now. And then I turn my back and watch that they all disappear. Well, yep, there they go. Even though technically you guys are meat eaters, you're just playing with the food. That's just mean. Oh well. And I'll get back to that in a minute. Let me just drop all this stuff off really quick. And then we'll get back on the road to recovery. Okay, now if there are no more interruptions, I want to get into this moss blanket area as quickly as possible. Go away. Because I can pick up a couple of pink plorts while I'm out. Oh. The tars. Of course. Ah, you blew up in the water. Okay, so. Gotta make sure that's all set up. So, the place to find the last of Hobson's vaults is actually a fairly easy place to get to. Once I remember my bearings. So after entering the moss blanket, don't go down that way. You will get attacked by feral slimes. Or is it this way that I get attacked by feral slimes? Or is it the same way I was going? What am I doing? Okay. Okay, I'm going the right way. Okay, so. Then we go back over this way. Make make it across the water. Don't fall in the slime sea, otherwise you're going to be up for 12 hours, and then who knows what could happen in 12 hours. Keep making our way through this little dense forest area. By the way, are there any hunters around here that I can snag? Oh, there you are! I've been trying to catch one for a while now, again, just to see if I can get anyone else around, but it seems like every time I try, I end up getting attacked and thrown in the sea and losing everything. But that's just me. Alright, so now we make it our way back all the way over here. Back towards where we found the Hunter Gordo last time. You guys. Don't you have something better to do? Navigate past these ferals. Just be cautious. Don't touch them, whatever you do, or they will bite your face off. Because they're not very nice. You gotta get all the way over this way. That was back where the Hunter Gordo was, remember? And climb up here. And poof! We found it. As I should just toss that for now, because we're gonna need a little something on this particular trek. Now we enter this one. Use our last slime key of the game. And be prepared to shoot. Because there should be, from what I hear... Yep, there's some gold slimes that automatically come out. Like right there we are. But as you saw, you sure I can't just... Nope, okay. It was worth a shot. But yeah, when you first enter the place, you get a bunch of gold slimes coming out, and you will never see them again. So, at the very least, I got a little bit of money out of it. So, that's something. It's probably not as much as other people have gotten, but hey, it's something. 12 gold plorts. I am okay with that. It's not a lot, but if I ever get these freaking vaults open, then it won't be a problem anymore. Alright, so. Yeah, that. Let's see, there should be another... Okay. There's gotta be like another little thingy around here, right? Nah, I think this one might be the only one that might not have a... Yeah, it doesn't look like this one has a spot that you need to open up. Or if there is, I'm not seeing it. But at the very least, we can head back. So, there you go. That's where all the vaults are. So yeah, overall, just a bit of a crazy day at the ranch. Getting things done. Trying to get some achievements going so that way at the very least I can open up those vaults properly. And eventually I gotta work up towards finding the Gilded Ginger, and catching a Hunter Gordo, and catching a Gold Gordo, and then eventually, I don't know when the new updates will come out, but we will be definitely tackling those in the distant future. But for now, this is StarPrincessHLC saying thank you very much for watching, and have a fond farewell.